our burial site is segmented into cells. So where we are sitting now, this is cell 5, this is cell 4. Ne? But the most important thing that led to where we are now, it is what is called the buffer zone. The distance between the nearest community and the site. There's always going to be a clash, right? So there's no 1 kilometer buffer zone between this site and the nearest community. So operations are critical to ensure that we do not negatively affect the lives of those people through our operations. So there are a few things that we need to do. The minimum requirement says there's only 2 things you need to do before you leave the site. You must compact daily, you must cover daily. By so doing, you are minimizing the exposure of waste, but also you are protecting the waste from smelling. So that's what we are supposed to do. So what is going to happen now, when we come back to site, we are going to have to start here. But it has to be a seamless operation that is not going to have a negative impact on the community. So the bigger challenge here is that we need to draw soil closer to here so that after the daily compaction, we are able to cover quickly. So from that angle, the site extension goes to cell 4, isn't it? That's where we have the wet phase. But as you can see down there, that's where we are drawing our soil from, isn't it? Yeah. So that soil you can see is dilapidating slowly. So sooner or later we might have a challenge of soil. It might be beyond this contract, but there's going to be soil challenges. But soil is the heartbeat of landfill operations. Without soil, you cannot achieve your goals here. So cell 4 now, as you see those trucks, we are just transporting illegal dump. At some point, we're gonna need to rehabilitate that area to bring it to a manageable state. But for now, this is the cell, it's not full. Here, the money sits in what is called airspace. Airspace is money. So if I were to explain airspace in terms of a symmetry, that hole where you put in your box, that's why you are charging a person for digging the grave, because you are consuming airspace. So we don't want to throw away this airspace, because this airspace is money. Yes, we understand the dynamics of the connection between the buffer zone, but we have to do it. And Peter is here, the supervisor, he's listening very carefully. We have to have a seamless operation to ensure that we fill up this airspace before we relocate. But that's primarily there. So when we talked about spotting, there's a guy that stands there that directs the trucks where to go. Our operations are managed through what is called a BAM system. So we create a BAM, it's like the lines. So for a particular day, we work within a certain BAM. Why is that done? It's because if there's a breakdown, we don't want to be all over the site trying to catch up. We only have a dedicated area to manage. So the critical thing here is that this is an equipment-based operation. You need a landfill compactor, you need a dozer, you need a ADT, articulated tipper truck, you need an excavator, you need a water suppression equipment, which is a water tanker. So all those equipment must all work in sync to ensure we achieve the set goals.
You can also refer to the pump, leachate, which pumps
underneath here, from a design point of view, when they dig that big hole, they put what is called a liner system. A liner, you have what is called clay liner, which is a natural liner. You also have what is called the membrane liner. These are things that are designed to create impermeability of water into the underground resources, because the water that is a byproduct of waste coming into contact with water is leachate. That's what you see there. So we want to minimize leachate from permeating into the underground water resources. So they put in what is called the leachate systems. These are pipes with holes on the side, so that whatever liquid material that is a byproduct of water contaminating with waste goes into that pipe and then is channeled into the leachate body. On the side of the waste body, you have what is called the storm water channels. So as it drains, because we are sloping into a 1:3 gradient slope, né? So we encourage water to flow away, get caught into this channel, and then that channel directs the water into the stormwater pond. So in landfills, and a lot of people don't understand, here our primary focus is to manage water. Waste is secondary. Our focus here is to manage water. Everything that we do here is with consideration of the impact of water. So that's primarily what landfill operations is all about.
Do you agree?
Yes.